Hello, everybody. This is Isabella Grace, hunting the silver lining at the grocery store parking lot. And I just want to say something to you. It's very important that you put yourself first. And I know that it's easy to say that, and then it's actually hard to do when you're trying to do it. Like getting through the aisles in the grocery store, if you're super polite to every single person, do you know what happens? Because I know what happens. You don't get anywhere, and they all push you out of the way, and nothing gets done, and you end up hating people when you started out like really wanting to be loving and wanting to be kind and generous and, polite. It doesn't really work, does it? So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, and I wanted to talk about alchemy and alchemizing negative energies, or energies that we perceive as negative or unenjoyable, such as like if someone's riding your bumper and they're like gesticulating and there's nowhere you can go because like a bridge is up and you're literally just waiting, and they're acting like it's your fault that there's 500 cars waiting. So that's another thing. Alchemizing. So I've been practicing. It's basically like reverse vampirism except plus alchemy. So what it is, okay, if you're familiar with vampirism, energetic vampires, when someone just like sucks the life out of you and you kind of don't know it when it's happening, but you'll notice a pattern with certain people you hang around them or certain places you go to. You're just like ultra exhausted after, even though like you don't think you exerted yourself in a manner within which would explain the degree of exhaustion you feel. Okay, so vampirism, psychic vampirism, getting drained by a person or a situation. Okay, so I vampirized this lady behind me, and I was practicing transmutation and alchemy. So I sucked all, because she had let's just say a very luxurious car, so she wasn't hurting for coins. Good for her. I thought that was wonderful. But since she was putting all her negativity on me, I decided to suck all the energy out of her just by breathing in through my spinal column, because she was behind me in the car. I mean, like wildly gesticulating for like minutes on end, as if it was my fault that we were stopped in traffic, and like almost like yelling at me in my rearview mirror. Is really weird, but humans, what are you gonna do? So I and sorry about the light and all that, but my whole thing is I'm a perfectionist, and so nothing ever gets done. So I just decided I'm just going for it. I'm just filming. If you hate it, please do comment. Like and comment, even if you hate it. Because I heard it's all about engagement. So, I don't know. I really don't know. I've never done social media in my life. I'm about to be 50, so. Obviously, I'll figure it out as I go. Which is not my style, but that new style. So, just like yesterday I had a wig, and now today I'm just trying to... this hair just wants to go wild. I got this new thing, first thing. We'll see if it helps. I don't know. I've bought everything under the sun. Okay, so back to this lady. So I just breathed in, like as if I could breathe through my entire, like each vertebrae of my spinal column. I pulled all, and I just kept saying wealth, health, happiness, support, love, kindness, wisdom, like every good thing that would be wonderful to have added to my life instead of taken from me. And then I held it and I kind of swirled it from the base of my spine up, just thinking, okay, I'm going to transmute this now, and I'm just going to make it up as I go, just like this hair video. Try it sometime. I mean, done is better than perfect, right? Do you get what I mean? Anyhow, may you be blessed, okay? So, and then as I'm swirling and saying transmute, I'm just saying now all this massive energy for me, like in the most wonderful way for me, peaceful way, loving way, gentle way, supportive way, healing way, everything good way. And I just kept on doing it. I did like 3-4 times. I kept on doing it, and then I just stopped and I told myself it's just flowing toward me. I started the like siphon, and it's like coming to, I don't even have to do it. I don't have to breathe anymore or transmute. It's just coming to me in all the most wonderful ways for me. And this lady went from gesticulating wildly and like banging her hands on her steering wheel, and I'm looking at her in my rear view like, oh my gosh, this lady's crazy, and in a very luxury SUV. So brand new, just like, she obviously, I mean, maybe it came to her easily, so she doesn't know she's lucky, or, maybe she's just having a bad day, but she was like, it was like she was directing it at me, which is why I took it personal, and why I said, oh, this is the opportunity to practice this, like, reverse vampirism, transmutation, alchemy, energy thing, because I'm such an empath, and I'm always feeling like I might look tough or act tough, but inside I'm just like, woo-wee, I'm going crazy with the nerves, you know what I'm saying? and people are just wearing me out, and it's just a simple grocery run. It's like, oh, you just dread it, just dread it. If like you just wait until there's nothing to eat or drink, and then you're like, right, so I got to go deal with that madhouse, because you're like forced into this space with these people and you have to get these things. It's not like shopping when you're in the mood. It's like, no, you kind of need food and water, So I did that. And after about the 5th breath, I looked up into the rear view mirror and I couldn't see her anymore. And I thought, oh my God, she got out of her car. And I realized she was sitting all the way back in her seat, so much that she was in the shadow and the sun wasn't showing, kind of like this, but reverse. And I felt so much better. And she was completely quiet the whole next time, because it did take a while for the bridge to go down. Yeah, because, the bridge was up. And the whole rest of the time, and I just thought, so then I stopped doing it to her, because I was like, okay, so you're calm, so I'm just gonna apply my own form of justice here. I'm gonna take from you when you're crazy and transmute that into good for me, and then I'm going to stop when you stop. And that's my own little instantaneous new brand of justice and morality, because there's a big thing going on that for me, and I think for a lot of you women in particular, we're people pleasers, and we're so harshly, if not even violently, like verbally, socially, physically, and otherwise, and economically with work, anything, to be this moral, perfect people, while they are all not following that rule. Okay, I wanted to use an expletive, but I'm trying not to cuss, because I just think it's actually more clever to have self-control. Possibly. Save crazy for when it's time for it. So, alchemizing that situation seemed to make a really big difference, but I'm changing my morality. Instead of trying to be a freaking saint, which is number one, impossible, but number two, just gets you predated upon by the entirety of existence. Okay, so I'm going to be vicious, but with my own brand. I'm going to determine my own brand of morality, instead of allowing or just other people to tell me what that is. I'm going to decide for myself. I invite you to join me in this journey and just kind of try and explore what it is to be a woman on the cusp of 50 years old in this world, and how to be happy and not end up one more bitter, miserable, worn out, sick, unhappy, terribly unhappy woman. I want to figure that out. That's why this is called Hunting the Silver Lining. And I want you to join me with it. And if you have any comments, or if you learned anything or noticed anything that you think is useful, it would be great for us to form a community of like-minded people who aren't like perfectly polished and like genius at everything yet, but we're gonna go in that direction. Okay, so if I do any beauty stuff, I'll let you, that works out, I'll let you know, because Monday I might be going somewhere. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll start looking a little better. Not surgery, but little med spa, little do something. So, because I'm not coming from this like, oh, we're not gonna, we're gonna be perfect in some way or another. No, we're not. We're just gonna try to live our best life, but we're gonna have to be honest with each other about this whole morality thing that is specifically designed and directed really viciously toward females from birth on. If the things I want to say. Okay, so I just want to say, this is Hunting the Silver Lining. I'm Isabella Grace, because ain't it beautiful and graceful how we gonna hunt this silver lining? I want you to join me. Comment if you hate it. Say, I hate it so much, oh my God, it's awful. But make sure you put that in the comments so that we could get the algorithm moving with what's it called? Engagement. But seriously, if there's anything about this that makes you want to say something, please say something, and let's figure this out together. I appreciate you so much, and I want you to be blessed, and I want to be blessed too. So as I figure this out, I'm bringing you with me. Okay, all right, take good care. Love to you. Bye bye.